We saw fashion and film coming together for Hollywood's biggest night. Actors stunned on the red carpet in designer looks that made the Dolby Theatre shimmer. Lauren Sherman joins us now. She's a CBS News contributor and fashion correspondent at Puck, and she will help us break down all the best looks from the night. Lauren, good morning to you. So as we kind of wake up and watch all the clips on our social feeds, which were the standout looks on the red carpet from your point of view, and why exactly?
Rose Byrne and Dior, Tiana Taylor and Chanel, Michael B. Jordan and Louis Vuitton. I think Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and Dior are dominating the red carpet these days, and it was the same for last night. Also, Kirsten Dunst and Celine looked really great. Inga Ibstadter Lily, who I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but she was wearing Loewe. She looked really good too. There were a lot of people wearing feathers, sequins, a lot of stuff. But it was a really good night for fashion, I would say, and it reflected sort of the feeling in the industry right now.
And it's more than just who looks good. As you write about, there is an interesting relationship between celebrities and specific brands that we see on display. It's not just the Oscars, but they have an entire awards season and coordinate with some of these designers. So who really won the night, and what are some of the closest relationships that stand out?
So celebrities need fashion brands more than ever because they don't make as much money with their movies. So they all have ambassadorships. Balenciaga a couple of weeks ago announced, I think, 16 ambassadors, including Hudson from Heated Rivalry. So you see Hudson Williams. So you see that they all need it because they need the money, and the fashion brands need the celebrities because it's the best marketing in the world is to get it something on an A-lister. Tiana Taylor's a really interesting example because she doesn't have a contract that she was with Chanel last night, but she works with different brands, and she also doesn't have a stylist. So she's really crafting her own image. But you'd see, I think that the relationship with Jessie Buckley and Chanel that kind of developed, that I heard her contract was signed with them pretty early in the season, but she wore a bunch of different designers over the course of this red carpet. And so the fact that she chose Chanel, that was a big moment for Chanel, who has a pretty new designer, Mathieu Blasi, whose first collection just hit stores, and there were lines out the door of Rodeo Drive, and they had a big party at the Polo Lounge with Charles Finch on Saturday night. So I would say Chanel was a really big impact. And also for Dior, whose designer, Jonathan Anderson, is also a costume designer, has designed a bunch of costumes for films from Luca Guadagnino. So he is actually in the Costume Designers Guild of America and might be nominated for an Oscar someday. So that was a really big one. I also think the relationship between Elle Fanning and Givenchy that developed over the season was really important. Elle Fanning has amazing personal style and is true to herself, but Givenchy doesn't have as big of a budget as, say, a Louis Vuitton. So the fact that they were able to develop such a close relationship and make such an impact on the red carpet, it really means something both for Elle and for Givenchy, the brand.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking as well. Great to get that insight about the relationships between these stars and these brands. Lauren, thanks for being with us this Monday, joining us from Paris.